If you are here, it's because Source guided you here. Hi, my name is Angelica. And I'm connecting with someone who has done a great bit of healing and or is a healer themselves. So before I get into the message any further, remember, always use your discernment and your intuition, right? And because not everything is going to be for you. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And remember that these are more than just readings. They are transmissions of energy. You are going to receive healing, light codes, movement of energy. As a medicine woman and a shaman, we're moving the energy. We're getting the energy to move where it needs to go. So you might feel activated. You might feel a little triggered. You might feel a little something, something. And that's great, my dear. Because we're here. That's what we're here on earth for, is to alchemize and transmute, right? The imbalances back into wholeness, back into balance. All right, so let's get into the reading. Like I said, I am connecting to someone who has done a great bit of healing and or may be entering their healing phase as we speak. The way that this is coming out, 3 is significant, okay? We got a 3-headed snake, and then we got like 3 little, I don't know what these things are, in whatever this is supposed to be. This kind of feels like an egg. This feels like 3 lessons or 3 points of view or 3 something that is like, they could be like 3 lessons or 3, what do you call them? Like words to live by. It feels very significant. Not sure what they are. We'll unpack it as we get into the reading. But the message that I'm getting here now is that this healing bit that you're doing may seem a little bit scary. It may even seem or feel or look a little bit too much for you because we have this 3-headed snake. Like, what do you do with a 3-headed snake, right? You focus on one snake head at a time. Okay? That's interesting because I didn't know where we were going with this reading. Whatever healing that you feel is required by you may feel bigger. It just may feel like you got your work cut out for you. And you may very well have your work cut out for you. But what's coming through is that and this is very deep healing too, because we got the root, the sacral, and the solar coming in very, very in the forefront, right? So there's a lot of healing. Yeah, it's like the first 3 chakras, right? We got 3 heads, 1 for each chakra. 1 for each chakra. And these feel like lessons from each chakra. That's what it feels like. And so whoever I'm connecting to, I'm getting like this feeling of like, this is so much more than like I feel like I can do. Like, where do I even start? It's almost like you feel confused at like, where do I start my healing journey? Like, where do I begin? Like, it's so big. I have so many things to heal, or I have so many things to look at. Where do I even begin? There's 3 heads to this snake. Where do I begin? Well, Divine One, you begin with laughter. You begin with laughter. The comic. The comic is coming up, or you could even call it the sacred clown. It's coming up to bring levity to this, because this feels really heavy. It almost feels impossible. It feels like, holy cow, there's so much to do. I don't know where to begin. It's like having a whole house that needs, you know, cleaning, dusting, mopping, all of the things. And you're just like, where the heck do I start? Let's start by bringing some levity to the situation. It's a cosmic joke. It's okay to laugh. And it's okay to laugh at there just being like a ridiculous amount of things there. Being like, wow, okay, all right, that tracks, right? I'm a lot, so it would stand to reason that, you know, I'm going to have a whole lot of humor about the situation I find myself in, about uncreating all of these things, about healing the things. I'm just going to have some humor. I'm just going to have some humor in it. Okay? And maybe this is what I'm hearing is, this is the medicine that a lot of you guys are going to need, because it does feel heavy. Because what if we have situations over here, because we got the first 3 chakras. What if we have abuse? What if we have neglect? What if we have these really, really deep wounds that we currently are like, there's no humor in that. I can't see. No, that's all serious. Well, here's the thing. The paradox is, when you can actually bring levity and lightness to something, it makes it that much more easier to transmute, to alchemize into a higher vibration. So if we can find humor in the situation, humor in the circumstance, or whatever it is, anywhere, it doesn't necessarily mean the act or like the actual wound needs to be, humor needs to be brought there, but maybe not. Everybody is going to have something a little different, but humor is going to be the medicine, because humor is going to help bring levity where there wasn't levity before. And that levity will actually help you lift, i.e. transmute, actually lift that up to a higher octave, a higher vibration, a higher frequency. You see? This is alchemy. Okay? So the comic is coming here. The archetype of the comic is actually coming in here and say, hey, let me help you bring lightness to this situation. Let me help you bring some humor to this situation, because I'm going to help you carry that. I'm going to help you carry that into a higher vibration. You don't have to carry it all. You don't have to see this as a burden. You can see me. It's like a little cat clown thing here. You can see me as your help. I was going to say helpy helperton. You can see me as your helper in this. Helping you with the unseen. Helping you, because it's almost like, look at the eyes. It's almost like a cutout, like the eyes of the cat were cut out and then like seen through a mask, right? It's really interesting. But this reminds me of what's going on here, like just in the eye space, right? Look, that's what this is, like a zoomed in version of this. The clown right? The comic, the one who has humor and sees humor and everything, you think, oh, they're just unrefined. They're just, no, this is a different kind of genius coming in to help you lift the unseen, help you lift these burdens, help you lift what you can't see into a higher octave. Yeah? Because the whole thing is there's a shadow going on here, right? You see how heavy this feels? You see how the snakes feel heavy too? They give me the same vibe. It gives me the same vibe. There's a shadow here. What are you hunting? Why are you hunting it? And do you need the tool that you're holding on so firmly, so tightly in your hand to hunt it? This tells me this because I feel like it has other meanings in a different reading, but this, I get dark horse, right? But it's like a shadow horse. And there's some interesting alchemy wanting to go on here. This looks like a dark horse, yes. But a dark horse can also be, what do you call it? An underdog, right? Or at least that's how I understand it, and at least that's how it's coming through. So we're going to use that. Even if it's not correct, that's how it's coming through. Dark horse, like, because a dark horse candidate, right? It feels like an underdog. So there may be some shadowy feelings, some unconscious or subconscious feelings of feeling like I'm the underdog, right? I'm the underdog. I'm the black sheep. That's why I have all these things to heal. So I may be connecting with someone that knows that they have a lot to heal, that knows the things that are in their bloodline, and may feel some kind of way, some kind of heaviness and intensity around it, and need the medicine of humor to lighten their load. Okay? You might feel like an underdog, like the black sheep, right, of the family that was scapegoated, right? You were the black scapegoat that you know, everybody scapegoated. Or that nobody seen you, nobody heard you. You were the black sheep, right? Tekano-san, number one, I'm hearing let's speak about the black sheep. This is part of a narrative that we've created, because it's not to say that this is not to invalidate your experience as feeling ostracized, as feeling unseen, unheard. It's nothing like that. It's simply to bring awareness to, we're constantly creating. We're master creators. So if we've come into a family where we feel like the odd man out, or we feel like, oh, I just don't fit in here, that can start to take on its own story. That can start to take on its own identity, right? And then next thing you know, that identity has become crystallized. And now you don't know who you are beyond that identity. Okay? So if we're talking about ourselves, I'm the black sheep, I never got the respect I deserved, you know, like everybody just projected all of their crap onto me and this and that. Do you see how that becomes an identity? I'm hearing let's Kiana sanakua. Remove. Let's remove the story. Kana wa sanatia mata. The stories are not doing you any good, my dear. You need to let go of the stories that you're wrong, or that somehow you don't belong, that somehow you being who you are is not the right thing to be. Fill in the blank. Whatever story it is, that story needs to go bye-bye. Okay, so we're removing that out of the field. Your job is to make everything lighter. If you are a light worker, if you are a starseed, if you are here, if you are sensitive, it's because you probably resonate with some form of that label. Okay? You're here as an alchemist. You're here to help humanity ascend through the transmutation of the fear frequency. Let's put it very simply. How do we transmute fear? Through laughter. One of the best ways, one of the easiest ways to transmute is to laugh. That's not to say to force it. I mean genuine laughter, genuine finding the hilarity in it. As a master alchemist, is what I'm hearing. As a master alchemist, you're here to bring the highest frequencies, ground them to earth, in order to transmute the dark horse, right? The dark, shadowy feelings of fear, of not belonging, of not being worthy, of not being seen, of not being heard, of not being enough, etc., etc., etc. The medicine that you need now, my dear, is to find humor in the things. If you cannot find the humor in things, ask around. Someone might. The other thing I'm hearing here is we have tons of media that, movies, right? TV shows, YouTubers, all kinds of media being produced that can find humor in just about anything. Find something that allows you to find humor in healing. And feeling like, man, I got a lot of shit to heal. How the fuck how is this gonna happen? This is like it's like so ridiculous. Like, hey, how am I gonna really do all of this? Really? Seriously? You think God couldn't even do this? You know what I mean? Like finding some way, somehow, to bring a levity, it will happen. If you're reading this, part of the intention in the light language is to help you find it, is to actually bring a levity. You're going to get through this. Really, what you need here is commitment. You just got to commit. Understand it's a process, my love. And it's not going to all happen at once, no matter how much you might want it to, no matter how much you might insist of your impatience. And one of the things you might find funny is that you're too impatient to deal with all this shit. You know what I mean? I'm too impatient for this shit. I was too. I am, let me see, I started in I had my awakening in 2015, but really started in earnest healing in 2017. So I'm just about 10 years in. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but I will say I have found a lot of light moments sprinkled in between of like, this is so ridiculous. Because there are some of us here that our job, our mission, what we came here to do was, let's transmute the F out of all of the things. We're all here to transmute. But some people specialize. Some people are specialists in transmuting energy, okay? If you're watching this, you're probably a specialist in transmuting energy. That's probably why you have a lot to transmute. You incarnated into a bloodline where there's a lot of things that need to be transmuted. But you have the eyes, you have the vision, you have the skills, everything within you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have incarnated into that bloodline. You would have incarnated into a different bloodline. Ooh, excuse me. But this is all about remembering, okay? Remembering. You're not an underdog. You might feel like an underdog, and that's okay if feeling like an underdog, it enlivens you to be like, oh, I'm going to try even harder. Cool. But if feeling like an underdog doesn't do it for you, don't take on that narrative, okay? This is very specific. Like I said, you're going to have to use your discernment, okay? This is the shadow, right? That's in the unconscious. The more you can lean into how can this be funny? Or just like I said, sometimes we got to step away from the healing work and go watch a funny ass show. Go watch your favorite comic. Go watch something that you find absolutely freaking hilarious. And see if you cannot bring, or see if you can bring, the same kind of levity to your situation. But I'm speaking very specifically to someone who might feel like they have just so much healing work to do, feel like it's just so heavy, and they're maybe not able to currently find the funny in it. You have to find the funny, my dear, because it is funny as well. From another perspective, it can be completely heartbreaking. But if you find the right perspective, you will laugh, and it will lessen the burden that you feel internally. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear this, but there is a lot of like internal energy that feels very heavy. And this is a lot of us right now. But your job, you seeing this, means like, hey, find a show, find a movie, find a media, something that allows you to find the funny in healing. Or even if you can't find the funny in healing, just go find something funny to watch. Take a step away from the density, the heaviness. Take a step away from like the feeling of like, I don't know what I'm doing. Take a step away from that. Put it all aside. Allow yourself to tune into something funny that makes you laugh out loud. Not just like LOL, but like literally laugh out loud. And see if you can bring this energy into that laughter. And watch how it starts to transmute some of it. Is there anything else? Yeah, really what we're doing is we're breaking out of a limited spectrum here. Do you see the bandwidth here? There's not a lot of bandwidth. There's some yellows and oranges, and then it's mainly black. We got red, orange, yellow, and then we got, you know, the snake. We want to get here where it's light. There's a lot of space in between, right? It's a lot more balanced. Just in this in the spectrum of color, it's more balanced. This is really, really heavy. So humor is going to be the medicine that you need at this friend. What? Humor is going to be the medicine that you need at this time, my friend, is what I was going to say. Find the humor in the situation. If you can't find it, go find the humor medicine somewhere else, because there are a lot of comics, there's a lot of content out there that can make you laugh, that's tailored to you and just your particular funny bone. This is going to move. These cards are going to move. They're going to move anyway. But the sooner you can get yourself into a higher frequency of like fun, playfulness, like a giggly, then things are going to start shifting here as well. So this is for someone maybe just deep in the freaking healing journey and doing the things and just finding a lot of heaviness and maybe not finding a lot of levity. Now is the time to find levity. Now is the time to find some humor. Now is the time to maybe take a step back from healing so intensely and balance your energy with some levity, with some entertainment, something that's going to make you laugh, something that's going to bring out a different frequency, something that's going to spark a different type of response within you, because you're feeling a little stuck and you're looking at the problem like it's going to stay stuck forever, and it's not. But the more you look at it and say, oh, and you think those same thoughts of like, it's going to stick, it's just not going to go anywhere. And it's not going to go anywhere. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So take a step back. Go find you some good, funny content that's going to make you spit milk out of your nose, that's going to make you fart while you're laughing, that's going to make you snort, that's going to like, I'm telling you, you need next level laughter in your life. It's going to make a huge difference, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. Find some humor in your life today, my friend. You deserve it, okay? Let me know in the comments if this resonates, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.